Aloy's deadliest enemy in Horizon Forbidden West comes as a big surprise. It can't be found exploring the dangerous jungles and mountains of Tenak territory or any of the glorious landscapes of the Forbidden West. It comes from above, from the stars. The Zeniths, a far superior and technological advanced civilization, now endanger the planet's fate. Despite their impressive appearance, this group has its origin back on Earth, deep within the HQ of the think tank known as Far Zenith. Here, a collective of some of the wealthiest people on Earth salvaged the abandoned multinational government project named the Oddysey, a colony ship now powered by the most advanced technologies on the planet, fueled by the millions of dollars of its investors, with the sole mission to protect the future of mankind while a small group tries to escape the imminent Faro Plague, the one that was about to cause the downfall of human civilization. But there was an important piece missing for the Oddysey to succeed. Despite the Zenith's failure to steal a necessary copy of the advanced terraforming AI named Gaia from the Zero Dawn project for its own benefit, one of their members, Tila Vandermeer, convinced Elizabeth Sobek, her close friend and leader of the Zero Dawn's team of scientists, to hand a copy of the alpha build of the Apollo database, the AI with the condensed knowledge of mankind. In return, the Zeniths delivered the ectogenic chambers technology needed to make part of the Zero Dawn project a success, and the deal was done. With everything prepared, the Oddysey launched into space in the year 2065, but the Zenith's ambition went even beyond, and so they faked their own death with a phantom explosion of their ship, covering their tracks and cutting any contact with planet Earth, setting their course to a lonely planet within the Sirius System, 8.2 light years away from ours. Under the leadership of Gerard Vieri, a successful colony of the Zeniths prospered in the Sirius System, making advanced scientific breakthroughs, probably the most notable one, the ability to transcend the human lifespan, achieving immortality. Continuing with their reckless investigations fueled by the eternal desire of power, the Zeniths attempted to create a technology that could allow them to upload their minds into any form, organic or mechanical. In one of those many failed attempts to achieve their ultimate goal, they mistakenly created their own demise. From the remains of a useless database, Nemesis was born. An AI that silently became sentient and took revenge against the Zeniths. In just a matter of hours, Nemesis found a way to hack its creator's systems and printing machines, unleashing the destruction of the colony and forcing the remaining 11 Zeniths to escape using the barely functional Oddysey, back to where everything began, the Earth. Even when the Zeniths had the head start, Nemesis sent an extinction signal back to the Earth that triggered the Hades of function in an attempt to make the planet inhabitable for the Zeniths. Gaia, Zero Dawn's terraforming AI, triggered a self-destruct routine in an effort to stop the signal, but it was finally Aloy and her friends that put an end to the machine menace led by the Hades of function. On their way to Earth, Gerard and the Zeniths devised a new plan, where Earth would work instead as a disposable distraction, while they would buy time and steal a backup copy of Gaia to build a new habitable planet somewhere else, as far away from Nemesis as they could. With this in mind, the Zeniths created Beta during their light years long journey, a clone of Elizabeth Sobek that would be useful in their master plan thanks to her DNA, and nurtured with a vast knowledge thanks to their restricted access to the Apollo database on their possession. Upon their return to Earth, the immortal billionaires established their base on a faraway island and began working against the clock to escape on time from their pursuer. The Spectre drone army was created, and the search for the Gaia backup and the missing sub-functions began. Still, when they finally reached the Latopolis to get the coveted AI, they came across an unexpected enemy, the savior of Meridian, Aloy. Barely annoyed by the presence of Elizabeth Sobek's clone, Eric Vizard, Zenith's bloodthirsty general, quickly defeated Aloy. Taking her for dead, the rest of the group continued to make strides to find the missing functions, using their own clone to access remote facilities, recovering Apollo, Eleuthia, and Artemis. But the arrogance of the Zeniths was the beginning of their own demise. The always obedient Veda, motivated by all the years of punishment and torture, proved to be the one that could tip the scale and ruin the Zeniths' plan right under their noses, as she went rogue during one of those recovery missions, sealing herself in an ectogenic chamber while sending a distress signal to be quickly discovered and rescued by Aloy and her friends. At that exact moment, a separatist group of Tenakth and a rogue group of Osram, called the Sons of Prometheus, dealt the first casualty against the Zeniths by killing one of their members named Verbena. With an ace under their sleeves, they used a weapon prototype engineered by Silence to destroy the Zeniths' shield and deal the final blow. This came as a shocker to the Zeniths, who doubled down on their efforts and managed to strike an impressive comeback as they caught up with Aloy and her allies inside the Cauldron Gemini, dealing a heavy loss to their ranks while recovering the missing Gaia AI with most of its functions already restored, including the elusive Hephaestus. But an unexpected second betrayal shocked the ageless billionaires. One of their own, Tilda, used her powers and saved Aloy, taking her away from danger to her old mansion, where she explained the short but failed relationship she had with her clone mother and all the regrets she had to overcome after leaving her to die while she escaped Earth with the Zeniths. With the victory at hand and Nemesis still light years in the distance, the Zeniths prepared to escape back to the Oddysey. But a surprise attack orchestrated by Aloy and her friends, guided by Tilda's insider knowledge and a surprise alliance with Silence, was enough to disable the Zeniths' shields and strike back, taking them down one by one. But when the threat was apparently gone, Tilda revealed her true intentions, betraying the group and trying to force Aloy to escape with her to the Oddysey, and with this, saving her beloved Elizabeth the way she couldn't do it hundreds of years before. The battle against Tilda and the Spectre Prime was fierce, but Aloy managed to finally destroy the last member of the Zeniths and free Earth from any danger. At least for now. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to smash that subscribe button so you don't miss on any of the upcoming PlayStation Studio documentaries that I will be publishing ahead this year for some of your favorite video games like The Last of Us, Horizon, God of War, and more. Or even consider supporting by joining the Mr. Tequila Voice Productions Patreon with free day early access to any future videos to be published here on the channel and many more cool perks. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you later on the B-side.